Okay, so we're live. And I choked on my own. All right. Happy day. Another exploration for this yogini. So today, what's my intention? Again, my focus lately, although of course I'm here to provide service, I need to get this into my body and make sure I don't. So in the process of getting this new certification, I'll be practicing the standing balancing poses. So I invite you to balance on one leg today. My focus is to really try to get the Sanskrit vocabulary out while consciously with awareness guiding you into the posture safely in, safely out. I'll do my best. Disclaimer, I am using some beats in the background to get myself hyped up, but not my music, nor do I intend to make any monetary gains from using this music. It is simply as a means of creating an ambiance and allowing me to be in a good mood so I can therefore do my craft and practice what I need to practice while sharing it with you. So let's begin and on your mat. I know my angle of the camera is here, but I'll be facing forward while you're looking here, and I'll still be paying attention, like talking too much. Just do it. Here we go. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Separate your feet about shoulder width apart. Allow yourself to be completely in stillness. I invite you to explore in stillness. Notice your tailbone. You're going to tuck your tailbone in and release. Tuck your tailbone in and release. Tuck your tailbone in. While you hold the tailbone in, notice that the weight shifted into your heels. And lift the toes off the ground and then press them back down and wiggle them down so you can start to really connect all the four corners of your feet. You want to feel the ball of your foot, the pinky toe. You want to feel the strength of your heel as you're tucking your tailbone in and contracting the glutes. I invite you to stretch your fingertips down as if you were holding weights in each of your tips and they're pushing you down. So you're stretching down while you're lifting up and feeling the crown of your head stretch up, shoulders down, palms facing out, power pose, mountain pose, Tadasana. From here, we're going to go into Vrkasana, which is tree, to set up the motion of the tree. Shift the weight into your right leg. This is my left leg, but I'm doing the mirror effect. Into your right leg. Right? Shift your weight into your right leg and lift your left leg up. Stretch up, turn out, back in and down. Lift up and out. I'm pointing my toe because I like to stretch that part of my foot. And down. Last one, we hold it when we turn out. Up, turn out, hold. Now flex the foot. And as you flex the foot, go ahead and place it on the inside of your inner thigh. If you cannot have that in the inner thigh, bring the foot down. Do not put it on the knee, below the knee, calf muscle, ankle, or you can press the toes into the ground. Yogi's choice. Now I would like to go back to my position, which is right in the inner thigh. As you're pressing the foot into the inner thigh presses against the foot, and all of a sudden you have this lift, and you just feel taller, pressing against each other, palms together by heart center, shoulders down, stretch up in Vrkasana Tree pose. Inhaling, extend your branches. Exhaling, hands back to heart center. Release the foot gently and start to bring it towards the back. I like to keep it flexed. It's still flexed. And swing it back, swing it back. I might have to change position here so you can see it better. I'll do it on the other side. Now stretch it all the way back and then start to lift higher. At this point, I will stretch out the arms, stretch out my wings, move them to the back, move down further, raising my back leg higher, which you can't see, and release. I will do a few little bounces because that to me has a lot of pressure on the ankles, and I just move and move. Other side. Now we'll shift this way, that way you can see the profile view. Shift your weight now into your left leg, and I like to extend my fingertips down because I love gravity to hold me down while I'm lifting higher and start to fly, although we're not flying yet, but we're in tree. Press down on the ball of your left foot. Now lift the right leg up, turn out, turn in, and down. I like to point the foot so I can stretch all the parts of my foot. Come up, turn out, and in, and down. Last one, we're holding the turn now. Really press down on the ball of your left foot so you're nice and strong. Inhale up, turn out, hold out. Now flex the foot. Flex the foot. From that flex, grab the ball of your foot, and from here, stretch. No, we're not doing that one yet. We're doing tree pose. My apologies. Okay, from here, press the sole of your foot on the inner thigh. Remember, if you cannot press on the inner thigh, bring it down, not on your knee. It has to be on the shin, ankle, or just you can press it here in the toe and just work on that turn now. Hips in, stretch up to the sky. For those who are ready to discover more of their tree, make sure you're lifting to that foot as high as you can without being on top of the knee. Stretch up, hands, palms in prayer, breathing in. Exhaling, extending your branches. Inhaling, hands back to heart center. Find that willpower, and as you exhale, gently send that foot back, stretch it back. Notice my foot is still flexed. I like to turn the hip down, keeping that right leg as straight as possible, moving into Virabhadranasana, Warrior 3. Okay, stretch out my wings, swing it to the back, point the toe. I don't want to, and I touch the wall, it's okay. And I bring it in, and I definitely have to release a lot of tension and pressure from that foot. Whew. I also like to do a little bit of foot stretching. Not going to focus on that here, but you can just, circle it in, circle it out, whatever feels good for you to get back, because we still need to balance on one leg. And now we're going to go into, that's the long one. Uttita Hasta Padangustasana. Uttita Hasta Padangustasana. Uttita Hasta Padangustasana. If you know I'm saying this wrong and you're watching this with me and trying this out, please correct me. I need to just do a little more research and find out where I can get a good audio of the Sanskrit so I can really understand the pronunciation. All right. Again, you're going to shift your weight into your right leg. Right leg, right leg. Take a nice deep breath in. And I invite you to lift your left leg up. Flex the foot. Yes, you're doing the left leg because I do a mirror effect and I started again the opposite way. Left leg up. Hold the knee. Lift your spine up higher. Shoulders down. Now bring it out. Not too much. This is not a complete 180 degrees. More about a 45 degrees, so not too much. And bring it back to center. Notice your hip. You want to drop it. You want to have two hips in alignment. Lift the right leg up. Hold there. Lift up a little higher. Hold there. Try to keep that leg completely straight. How do you do that? Lift the quadricep up. Keep pressing down on the ball of your foot. Now reach for your toes. If you can't reach the toes, just grab what you can and lift yourself up a little higher. Remember, don't go. I tend to go too much out. That's my dance background. So I have to force to keep it here 90 degrees. Wherever you're grabbing from, I'm using my peace sign fingers, index and middle finger, to grab the big toes. I interlace it there. And now, yes, I'm going to grab my hip for support. Ooh, the ankle is starting to burn. I push the heel forward, And the idea is to have an extended hand to foot pose. Today, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to extend it all the way up because I feel I would have been, go ahead and bring it down, bounce, bounce, whatever feels good. You can circle it around. So I felt if I would have pushed too hard, that I would have been forcing it. And yoga is not forcing. Yoga is discovering and exploring and finding that beautiful discomfort where you're in your threshold and you're growing, but you're not forcing. So we're going to do the other side. Again, mirror effect. So I'm shifting my weight. Your weight is shifting now into your left leg. So you're doing right. Left leg. Press down on the ball of your foot. Lift that kneecap up. Contract the glutes. Chest lifting. We're just going to lift the leg up. Inhale, lift the leg. Instead of pointing, you're going to flex this one. Grab 2 inches below the knee, right there with your knee. Notice the hip. You want to drop that right hip down, stretch up more. Now turn it to the side. Again, don't go 180 degrees. Go more about 45 degrees, about 45. What is this called that we're doing? Good question. This is Uttita. I know it's an Uttita. Uttita Hasta Padangustasana. Uttita Hasta Padangustasana. That's what we're practicing. All right. Reach for your foot. Again, peace sign fingers. If you're not able to grab the toe, you grab the ankle, whatever you can, and you lift higher without going to 180 degrees. My ankle. Grab your big toe. I am grabbing. I am supporting with my head. I take a breath of energy. Use that core willpower, and I start to push the heel out, heel out, heel out. Again, do I want to force it? No, I want to find a beautiful struggle where even eventually you can have a conversation because you're finding that beautiful struggle. If you go to the max, you won't be able to even have a conversation. That just tells you, but yeah, I'm good there. And I release. What was that? Uttita Ashwa Padangustasana. Oh no, Uttita Hasta, because Hasta is the extend, I think. Uttita Hasta Padangustasana. Uttita Hasta Padangustasana. All right. So from here, we're going to do Garudasana. Garudasana. Oh, Garudasana. I think it's Garudasana. Eagle pose. I like to do it with my the way I learned it, the hot yoga way. So that's what I'm going to continue to do because I really like the way it feels good in my body. All right, now let's focus on hands. Wiggle your hands. Make sure you know the wiggling. Wiggle your right hand. Wiggle your left hand. Don't mix them up, okay? Inhale, arms over your head. And bring your right hand underneath your left. Cross your arms. Bring your hands palms together. You can interlace your fingers, but you don't want to have bent wrists. So keep your wrist as straight as possible. Notice the shoulders. You see how mine tends to go up? I need to consciously bring those shoulders in alignment. So you have 2 shoulders in one line. I'm going to take a deep breath. Inhale. I'm going to switch directions here. Inhale and exhale. Sitting in that imaginary chair. Now notice your booty. Stick your booty out. Keep that weight in the heels. Inhale. Lift your chest up and keep that belly tight and contracting. I lift my toes off the floor, so I just make sure that the weight is on the heels. I squeeze the inner thighs. Now we're going to work on making sure you're able to lift that leg up. Shifting the weight into your right leg. Inhale. Left leg goes up and down. Inhale. Up and down. Last one. Up. Swing it over your leg. Squeeze the inner thighs. Point the toes. Sit down a little bit more. Weight in the heels. Lift your chest up more. Drop the shoulders back down. Hold and breathe. Garudasana. Eagle. Release. Inhale, arms over your head. Hands, palms together, coming through heart center. Take a moment there, inhaling. Exhaling. Other side. Inhale, arms over your heads. Make sure you're wiggling now. Your left hand underneath All right, cross your arms each other, bring your palms together in prayer, wrists are straight or interlace your fingers. Just keep them as straight as possible. Now, shoulders dropping down. Now, if you cannot cross your arms, you can just keep them like that. And that's perfectly fine. Just like a V. Get them closer and closer and closer and closer. You use that strength. But if it's okay, you bring them here. Just pull the elbows down, feel the shoulders opening up. Take a deep breath of energy, inhale. Exhale, sit in the imaginary chair. Now stick your booty out, stick your booty out. Notice where the weight goes in the heels. I lift my toes off the floor to make sure the weight is in the heels. And I drop them back down. I lift the chest up, keeping my stomach nice and tight while I inhale and exhale. The stomach is always tight. Now inhale, shift the weight now into your left leg. Take a nice deep breath, inhale. Right leg up and down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, hold. Swing it over. Squeeze the inner thighs. Point the toes towards the floor. You're still trying to wrap that right foot around the calf muscle. Square off the hips. Sit down more. Lift the chest up. Breathe. Noticing your weight. Can you bring it back a little bit more to the heel? Noticing your chest. Can you lift your chest up more and shoulders down? Stomach tighter. Belly in. Breathing in and out. And release. Inhale, arms up. Palms together. Exhale. Release your arms down like water. Moment of reflection. Breathing in. Breathing out. Very nice. Good work. All right. Moving into our lunge sequence. Beginning with chair, revolved chair, then high lunge, then revolved lunge. And I think that's all I'm going to do. Let me see if I can get these words. Ukatasana, Parivrtta Ukatasana, and this is the tough one for me. Uttita Ashwa Sanchalasana. Uttita Ashwa Sanchalasana. Uttita Ashwa Sanchalasana. That's the high lunge. Hopefully I remember when I'm getting there. Uttita Ashwa. Uttita Ashwa. Uttita Ashwa Sanchalasana. All right, let's see. Beginning in mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Ukatasana chair. Hips back, weight in the heels, lift the chest up. Inhale. Exhale, Parivrtta Ukatasana, revolved chair. Like to just place the forearm on top of the knees, hands on the hips. Inhaling. Exhaling. Back to chair. Take a deep breath of energy. Shift the weight into your right leg. Inhale. Left leg back. Press those toes on the floor and just swivel it back until you can feel that's a good high lunge. Straighten out the left leg in your high lunge. Uttita Ashwa. What is the other one? Uttita Ashwa Sanchalasana. Sanchalasana, I think that's what it is. Sanchalasana. We're going to keep that. Uttita Ashwa Sanchalasana. As we're holding here, take a breath of energy. Revolving it. Parivrtta Uttita Ashwa Sanchalasana. So your elbow goes outside of the knee if possible. Palms together in prayer. Pressing palms against each other. Looking over the right shoulder if possible. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Back to high lunge. Exhale. Runner's lunge. Inhale. Forward fold, Ukatasana. Inhale. Rounding up one vertebra at a time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tadasana. And that's where we're going to leave that. Other side, we'll have to balance it. Take a deep breath of energy. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale. Ukatasana, sitting down in your imaginary chair. Stick your booty out, weight in the heels. Lift your chest up, stomach nice and tight. Take a breath of energy. Inhale. Other side. Parivrtta Ukatasana, revolved chair. Forearms on top of the knees or thighs. Hand by the hip, looking over the left shoulder. Breathing in. Exhale. Back to chair. Shifting the weight now to your left leg. Inhale.
Send the right leg back, pressing on the toes, heels staying off the ground. High lunge. Uttita Ashwa Sanchalasana. High lunge. Uttita Ashwa Sanchalasana. High lunge. Uttita Ashwa Sanchalasana. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to revolve that. Parivrtta. Uttita Ashwa Sanchalasana. I naturally went how we did revolve chair. That's, I guess, a good modification. If not, bring that right elbow outside of the left knee. Bring your palms together in prayer, shoulders away from the ears. Turn your head. You can either straight look to the left side or chin over the left shoulder. Keep stretching the back leg straight. Just breathe. Now inhale energy back to your high lunge. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale, right foot meets left, forward fold. Inhale, round up for 8, 7. Chin will be the last thing to come up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tadasana. Tada. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Placing one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Allow yourself to recognize that you explored, that you actually enjoyed the exploration. At least I did. I'm talking to myself. No, but for those of you that join me, thank you for honoring me. Thank yourself for honoring you. And may this journey continue to expand your consciousness, your abundance, your health, your prosperity, your life. Namaste.